Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the class. And hello, Ivania. How are you today, Ivania?
Good evening, miss. I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you for joining, Ivania. And hello, Vane. How are you today, Vane?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
Very good. Nice to have you here, Vane. And hello, Manuel. How are you today, Manuel?
Hello, teacher. How are you? Not fine.
I'm great. Thank you, Manuel. It's nice to have you here. And Gabriela, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Nice to have you here, Gabriela. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for being on time. And let's see. We are going to start with today's class. And who else is coming? Karina is coming. Just let's wait for a couple of seconds. And then we start with today's class. And hello, Karina. Welcome. How are you today, Karina?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you. Nice to have you here, Karina. And let's see now, guys, we are ready to start. And the topic for today is time expressions. So let's begin. But before, we have this activity. And let's see, I'm going to ask you this question. Ivania, when is your birthday?
It's on February 22nd.
The 22nd. And let me ask you, did you have a party?
To be honest, I don't celebrate birthday because I'm Jehovah's Witness, but I can tell you that I enjoy the time when I spend time with my family.
Okay, so you spend time with your family in your birthday.
Especially in any day of the year.
Okay, so you
Yes.
like to spend time with your family any day of the year.
Yes.
Great, Joey Vania, thank you so much for sharing. And then the next one is going to be, see, let me ask, Gabriela, when is your birthday, Gabriela?
Year's Day is September 20. 20.
September the 20th. Okay, very good. And let me ask you, will you have a party?
Yes, with my family.
With your family? Great. And what do you like to eat on your birthday? Panes con pollo, pupusas, what do you like to eat?
Mm, Sopa de gallina.
A chicken soup, sopa de gallina, yes, that is very good. With your family, so very good job, Gabriela. Thank you so much for sharing. And then the next one is going to be, let's go with Vane. Vane, when is your birthday?
Hello. My birthday is 29 July.
Okay, July, so almost there. It's going to be on when? 29?
Sábado.
Yes, that is on Saturday. And will you celebrate, Vane?
No. Eh, no sé cómo decir, pero mis hijos están enfermos. Tienen varicela y no.
Ah, your
Por eso
children are
no.
okay. So hopefully, maybe by Saturday they will be better. Hopefully,
Yes.
but usually, in other birthdays, do you celebrate with your family or friends?
And yes, with my family, pusa, pastel.
Okay, very good. So you
Okay.
take pupusas. That's amazing, Bunny. Very good. Hopefully, by Saturday, your children will be better, and you can have something with your family or with your friends.
Thank you.
And let me ask, the next one is going to be, let's go with Josue. Josue, when is your birthday, Josue?
My sorry,
Don't worry.
my birthday it was is 20, sorry, on July 12.
12. Okay, so you already had your birthday, and did you celebrate? Did you have a party or?
Yes. Went to like Coatepeque with my wife.
Okay, that's amazing. That's a very beautiful lake. And did you go to a restaurant?
Ay, ¿cómo se llama? El restaurant La Octava Maravilla.
La Octava Maravilla.
Sí.
Okay, that's great. Very good. I really love Coatepeque Lake. It's beautiful. And was the water, was it when the water was changing, when the color was different?
Sí, yes.
Yes, because there's a time of the year when the lake, when the color changes, right? Hay un tiempo del año when the color is different because of, I don't know why, but the color is different.
No, it's different is the themes March or April, creo.
So it's in March and April. Okay, so I was confused.
Algo así.
Very good, Jose. Thank you so much for sharing. And the last one is going to be, let's see, let's go with Manuel. Manuel, when is your birthday, Manuel?
In my case, I have to date because, for example, my really is on 4th September. 4th September is my birthday.
On September 4th?
But in my document, I am 9 May. 9 May.
And why is that? Because your parents, they went to
The problem is my parents with my father in this case, because when he went to registrar or asentar,
let's see, to
very late, very late. Not in the moment I grow, for example, and then but I don't have a problem with that birthdays, because in my company we have a beneficio.
a benefit?
A benefit, and the company give us pastel for us people that celebrate birthday only month at the last day on the month. Then we have eat pastel and then decorar, and
so they decorate
the place you decorate in my case decorate office, and but with my family we celebrate on 4 September, and for example we share a dinner, for example, panes con gallina, only that.
Okay, very good. So you have 2 birthdays. That is really cool. Very good.
I
Very good, Manuel.
celebrate today.
Okay, very good, Manuel. That is really great. And yes, I have seen that case before. Actually, my dad, he has the same problem. He has his real birthday, but in his ID, he has a different date. So that used to happen back in the day. So very good job, Manuel.
That's-
Thank you so much for
that's correct.
sharing.
Okay, thanks.
And then let's go with the use of these expressions. And let me ask, estar ahí. Let's see, let's go with this one. Can you help me read this first line, please?
We use the expressions to express when an action happens.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Sarai. And can you help me read these 4 examples, please?
I wake up at 6 a.m. and birthday is on May 24.
Mhm.
The class will finish after 8 p.m. On Saturday, I wake up late.
Very good, Sarai. Thank you so much for helping me read. And as you can see, guys, here we have some of these time expressions that we are going to see in the next one. At, on, after, late. So we are going to begin with these ones, with in, on, and at. And for this one, let me ask Marlene, can you help me read this one, Marlene?
In part of the day, month, and years.
Okay, very good, Marlene. And can you help me read these 3 examples, please?
I will go to the doctor in the afternoon. My birthday is in May. The pandemic started in 2020.
In 2020. Okay, very good, Marlene. And let me ask you, I will go to the doctor in the afternoon. Afternoon, what is this, Marlene? Afternoon is?
Part of the day.
Very good. And now this one, in, what is May?
Month.
A month. Very good. And now finally, what is this one? 2020, in 2020.
Years.
Year. Very good, Marlene. Thank you so much. And also you can use in for seasons. Seasons, for example, in the summer. Or you can say in the winter. That is another use of in. And then we have on. And in this one, let me ask Anna, can you help me read the use of on, please, Anna?
On, days, and date.
And days. Very good. And can you help me read these 2 examples, Anna, please?
Our anniversary
Mhm.
is on July 25. I will go to the doctor on Monday.
On Monday. Very good, Anna. Just one thing. And can you repeat with me? Anniversary. Anniversary. Anniversary.
Anniversary.
Very good. And finally, July 25th. 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 Very good job, Anna. And then let me ask you. Let's see, on Monday, what is Monday in this case, Anna?
Day.
Day, very good. And this one, on July 25th, that is?
Date.
A date, very good, Anna. So as you can see, guys, on is for days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or specific dates. But look at this. In this one, we have, when we only have the month, we use in. But when we also have the date, we use on July 25th or on May 10th. If you have the date, then we go with on. And now we go with the last one, at. And in this one, let me ask, Josue, can you help me read this one? We use at for
At a specific time or
specific
the party
time.
will
Mhm.
the party will start at 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. Very good, Josue. And let me ask you, 7 p.m. is what?
Oh, time.
Very good. It's a specific hour at 7 p.m. Very good job. Thank you for helping me read. And do you have any questions, guys, or everything is clear with these 3 words?
I have a question.
Tell me, Vania.
We can say something like our anniversary is on July 25th, 2023.
2023? Yes.
Oh,
It,
okay. Okay.
in that case, we use on because you are giving the date, July 25th, 2023. So in that
Okay.
case, very good question, Ivania. But if you say, for example, our anniversary is in February, that is different. You are only giving the month. So in that case, we would use in. But if you give like the entire date, it is on.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Very good question. Very, very good one. And now in this one, guys, you are going to help me with some examples. So let's see, you are going to give me one sentence using these expressions. So the first one is going to be, Karina, can you give me one sentence using in? Remember, we use in for months, years, or a specific part of the day.
Okay. My birthday is in May 26th the next year.
Okay, very nice try, Karina. But look at this. In May 26th, in this case, you are giving the full date. So we would have to use on because you are saying the date. Look at this, 26.
Okay.
But if you want to use in, it's only the month. So it would finish like that. My birthday is in May.
Okay.
Okay, so very good job, Karina. Very good sentence. My birthday is in May. Only the month. And then the next one is going to be for, let's go with Gabriela. Can you give me one sentence using on? Remember, we use on for days or for dates, for specific dates. When you give the month, the day.
For example, Mother's Day is then on
Mhm.
10 May.
Hey, very good sentence, Gabriela. That is correct. Mother's Day is on May 10th because you are giving the specific date. Very good job. Great sentence. And the next one is going to be for the last one for Marlene. Let's go with Marlene. Can you give me one sentence, Marlene, using at? Remember, at is for a specific time, specific hour. What do you think, Marlene?
Usually I get up at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock.
At 4. What happened? At 4 o'clock. Okay, very good job, Madeline. That is correct. Usually I get up at 4 o'clock. You are giving a specific time. Very good job, everybody. Very, very great sentences. And now let's move on with the other 3 expressions. And now help me read. Manuel, can you help me read this one? The word early. Early.
Okay. Early. Before the usual time that a particular event or activity happens.
Very good. And can you help me read these 2 examples, Manuel, please? These 2 right here.
Okay. I arrive to work early. I wake up very early.
Okay, very good. Just one thing. Can you repeat with me? Arrive, like this. Arrive.
Arrive.
Very good. Thank you, Manuel, for helping me read. And in this one, guys, early means before the usual time. So early is basically temprano. So for example, I wake up early. Maybe I wake up at 4 a.m. That is very early, right? 4 a.m. or at 3 a.m. That is very, very early. And now we go with the next one. Before. And in this one, help me read. Karina, can you help me read the word before, the expression before?
Before something happens earlier than the date or time. Example, the class will finish before 10 p.m. I will visit my mom before Friday.
Before Friday. Very good, Karina. Thank you so much. So in this one, guys, before is when something happens earlier than the date that you are saying. So for example, the class will finish before 10 p.m. So it means earlier than 10 p.m. Antes de las 10 p.m. And the last one is after. And in this one, let's go with Josue. Can you help me read? Can you help me read this one? After.
After something that happened during the following day.
Good.
Example, the meeting will finish after 4 p.m. I take a shower after I get up.
After I get up. Very good, Josue. So we use after when something is going to happen in a following date or in a following time. So in this one, we have the meeting will finish after 4 p.m. Después de las 4 p.m. I take a shower after I get up. So this is the following thing. So this is the first thing, I get up. And then the following thing is I take a shower. So I get up and then I take a shower. So do you have any question, guys, with these ones, with these 3 expressions, or everything clear? Feel free to ask if you have any questions.
No question.
Okay, thank you, Josue. So if you don't have any question, guys, again, you are going to give me one example with this expression. And let's see who's going to be the participant. Let's go with Sarai. Sarai is going to be the first participant. Can you give me one example, Sarai, using early? An example, I'm going to give you one example. I wake up early. What else can you say? Another example, Sarai, you can do it.
I am thinking.
Don't worry, take your time. If you want, I can show you the examples so you can use it as your guidance.
I begin to work early.
Very good sentence that I begin to work early. Very good job. Now the next one is going to be for, this one is for Ivania. Ivania, can you give me one sentence using before, Ivania?
I have dinner before class.
Very good sentence. I have dinner before class. Great job. The next one is going to be for, let's go with Anna. Can you give me one example using after?
I will sleep after the class.
Very good example. I will sleep after the class. There we go. Very good sentences, girls. Very good ones. So before we move on, do you have any question, guys, or everything fine? Okay,
It's
very
fine.
good. Okay,
That's
thank you,
good.
Vania. Manuel, did you have any question or everything clear?
No question, teacher. That's clear.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Vania. So if everything is clear, let's move on with the last three expressions. And in this one, let me ask, Vane, can you help me read this one, the word until?
Until. Continuing to happen before a particular time or event and then stopping.
Okay, very good. And can you help me with these two examples, please?
I watched the until midnight and I'll be here until 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Very good, Vane. Thank you for helping me read. And in this one, until, it is when an action happens before, when an action is happening, but it stops at a particular time. So, for example, I watched TV until midnight. I was watching TV, but it stopped until midnight. So this means hasta. I watched TV hasta la medianoche. Or I'll be here hasta las 2 p.m. That is basically the meaning of until. And then we have the next one, around. And let me ask, Josue, can you help me read this one? The word around, what is it for?
Okay, around, close to, by not exactly. Example, I get home around 6 p.m. She arrives to work
Arrives.
around 7, 8 a.m.
A.m. Very good, Josue. Thank you so much for helping me read. And in this one, guys, around, for example, 6 p.m. It means that I get home not exactly at 6 p.m., not exactly at 6 p.m. o'clock, but it can be I get home at 6, at 6:10, or 6:05. So it's close to 6, but not exactly at that time. So it's like an approximation. And the last one, we have late. And in this one, help me read. Do you have any question with this one, guys, with around, or everything clear?
That's
Okay.
clear. That's clear, teacher.
Okay, thank you, guys. So if you don't have a question, let's go with the last one. And in this one, help me read, Gabriela, the word late.
late. Happening or done after the usual or expected time.
Can you help me with examples, please? These two.
On Saturday, I wake up late. Today, I arrive late to work.
To work. Very good, Gabriela. Just one thing. Can you help me pronounce arrive? Like that. Arrive.
Arrive.
Very good job. Thank you so much, Gabriela. And in this one, guys, it's when something happens after the expected time. For example, imagine that your boss tells you that you have to be in the office at 7 a.m. But there was a lot of traffic and you get to the office at 8 a.m. The boss told you 7 a.m., but you arrived at 8 a.m. So that is 1 hour late. That means you were late to work. Do you have any question with these three guys or everything clear?
Teacher, for example,
Tell me, Manuel.
I can say, today I arrived late at my home.
Yes, you can say that.
Okay.
If you arrived after, imagine that you always arrive home at, let's say, usually at 5 p.m. But today you arrived at 7 p.m. So you were late because usually you arrive at 5 p.m. But today it was at 7. So that is like 2 hours late.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
That's Thanks.
very good example, Manuel. That is a very, very good example as well. And now finally, the same thing. You are going to give me one sentence using these three expressions. And let's go with Gabriela. Can you give me one sentence using until? For example, you can say, I will watch TV until 11 p.m.
I study until 10 p.m.
Until 10?
Yes.
Very good. Until 10 p.m. Very good example, Gabriela. Very, very great sentence. I study until 10 p.m. And now the next one is going to be for Karina. Can you give me one example using around?
I take a shower around 8 p.m.
Very good. Around 8 p.m. Very good sentence, Karina. And the last one is going to be for this one is going to be for Manuel. Can you give me one example using late?
Okay. On Sunday, I travel too late at Santa Ana City.
You travel to Santa Ana. But in this one you can say on Sunday I travel
late at the Santa Ana.
Very good. I travel late to Santa
Ana.
Okay, very good job, Manuel. On Sunday, I travel late to Santa Ana. Okay, very good one. And let's see, do you have any question with this one, guys, or everything clear?
That's clear.
Okay, thank you, Manuel. So If you
Clear.
don't have, thank you guys. If you don't have any question, let's
Teacher.
move on. Tell me, Marlene.
When we use that word, not is necessary use at in the time.
At. So in this one, for example, we use at when we are talking about a specific time. But in
For
this one,
example, number 1, I study until 10 p.m.
okay, very good question. Until at 10 p.m. Okay, in this case, we don't need at. Because if I say, let's imagine, if I say I study at 10 p.m., that is the specific hour. It means que yo estudio a las 10. So imagine that you start to study at 10 p.m. That is the specific time. But when you say I study until 10 p.m., it means that the action started before. Si decimos yo estudio hasta las 10, significa que empecé antes, pero terminé hasta las 10. So that is the difference. When we use at, is the specific time. But when we use until, es que empezamos antes, but it finishes until 10 p.m. And when we use around, it's not the specific time. Con around tampoco es un specific time, sino es como aproximado. I take a shower around 8 p.m. Cerca de las 8. For example, at 8:05, 8:10, but it's not a specific time. And at is when it's specific. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Marlene. So yes, very good question in this one. With until and around, we don't need to use at. We only leave it like that.
I have a question.
Tell me, Sarai.
And can we say for first example, I study until the night, for example?
Yes, you can say that.
No necessarily need to say the specific or
No, Sarai, you can say I study until midnight, for example, hasta la medianoche. Or you can say I study until the night. I study until, and you can mention any time of the day. You can use another word.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, Sarai. Very good question as well. With this one, you can use, for example, midnight, night, morning, not a specific hour. Okay, if you don't have any other question, let's go with the first activity. Let's see, let me show you.
Not the question.
So, with this activity, guys, you are going to help me choose the correct expression for the sentence. So the first participant is going to be Josue. What do you think? She works on the morning, in the morning, or at the morning?
At
At, okay, very nice try. But remember, we use at for a specific hour. When you have,
sorry.
don't worry, it's okay. We use on for a month.
Little bit.
Very good. In, that is correct. Look at that. In, very good job. Because in the morning is a part of the day. And for parts of the day, we use in. Now we have the second one. This one is going to be for, Anna. I have classes On Mondays, in or at?
Letter A, on Monday.
Very good job, Anna. That is correct. On Monday. Number 3 is going to be for Karina. What do you think? I have lunch.
I have lunch at 11:30 a.m.
Very good. That is great. Karina at 11:30. Now number 4. Let's see. Number 4 is going to be for Marlene. Marlene. Number 4 is for you. So which one do you want, Marlene? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
5.
5. Very good. Let's go with 5. Very good. You get 50 points. And let's take a look at the question. I work, what do you think? In, on, or at?
A.
A? In night?
Mm,
On night or at night?
on.
On? Okay, very nice try, Marlene, thank you so much. But let's see, this one is like an exception. Esta es un poco diferente, guys, because let me show you. We said, let's go back to the first one. We said that we use in for parts of the day. Dijimos que íbamos a usar in para parts of the day. And night is a part of the day, right? Night es una parte del día, but that is an exception. Esa sería como la única excepción. Con night, a pesar de que es parte del día, no usaríamos in ni on, sino que usaríamos at. La expression sería, I work at night. But that is like an exception. Esta es como una excepción que no sigue lo que veíamos al inicio. So, let's go with at. At night. So, very good. This next one. Is going to be for Ivania. What do you think? We usually go to the beach on, in, or at?
Letter B, in the summer.
In the summer. Very good, Ivania. That is correct. In the summer. Now let's go with Gabriela. Number 6 is for you, Gabriela. What do you think? He was born? We only have the year. What do you think? In or at?
In.
In 1990 and 90? 1990, and look at that, Gabriela, that is correct. Very good job. Now this next one goes to, this one goes to Manuel.
Okay.
And which one do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Number 2.
Number 2. Very good. You get 200 points. And let's find the question. She was born What do you think? On, in, or at?
Okay. On. Letter A.
On, okay, very nice try. Let me show you. We use on. Can you help me read, Manuel? We use on.
On days. On date.
And dates. Very good. So look at this one.
University on July 5th. Is a specific date.
Very good. It's a specific date. But when
And
you only
then
have the month,
the in is the letter.
in.
Is in because is in part of the day, months and years.
Okay,
And
very good. That is correct, Manuel. We use in because it's only the month. Look at this. That is correct. Very good job, Manuel. Thank you so much. This next one is going to be for. We are almost done. And this one is going to be for. Let's see who hasn't participated. Let's go with Sarai. Sarai. Let's see. I was born on, in, or at. Sarai Martinez, what do you think? When it's a specific date?
I was born on.
On. Very good job, Sarai. On. That is correct. And this next one is going to be for. Okay, we already finished. That was the last question. Very good job, guys. Congratulations. You did very good. This is your score. And let's see, we are done with this activity. So we are going to move on to the next one. And here, guys, you can find more activities. Aquí pueden hallar otra activity si le dan clic para que puedan practicar las otras expressions. But let's move on to the last one. And in this one, there we go. In this one, guys, I am going to ask you some questions. For example, what time do you go to bed? What time do you get up? And I can also ask you to share a story. Share a story about a day when you were late for something important. For example, you can say, one day I was late for work because there was a car accident, and you can tell the story, right? About a time when you were late for something important. So is the activity clear, or do you have any questions? Feel free to ask if you have any doubt. Okay, very good. So if you don't have any question, we are going to start with, let's begin with Ivania. Ivania, what time do you get up, Ivania?
I get up around 6 a.m.
6 a.m. And let me ask you, are you a punctual person or are you always late?
50-50. Is depend on it depend on what can I do in this moment.
So do you have any story about when you were late for something important?
Something that I remember in this moment, it was when I had to pay some bills at the center, at the But when we arrived at the place, it was open.
Mhm.
But and I could pay my bills. Like, and that's all.
Okay, so it was still open?
Yes, it was still open at this moment.
Okay, so in that case you were not very late.
No, no. But I thought that I was late.
Okay, you thought that it was going to be closed maybe.
Yes.
Okay, very good, Ivania. That is a very good story. Thank you so much for sharing. And now the next participant is going to be, let's see, let's go with Manuel. Manuel is going to be the next participant. And let me ask you, what time do you get up, Manuel?
Okay. I get up 20 minutes.
At
Yeah.
4:20?
At 4:20 minutes a.m.
AM, that is very early. And let me ask you, are you a punctual person or are you always late?
For example, for me is usually I get up very that time always, but last 2 week, I get up very late to me because I awake and 5 a.m. 5 o'clock a.m. And then because we went to sleeping very late because the neighborhood he has a problem with your father, and then we went to help you, and then I get up very late in that case. And for that situation, we are way very late to me. And then I take a shower very fast because I need to run because I away very late because I travel at my job very early, and in that case we arrive very late.
Okay, so in that case, you arrived? Very good, you arrived late. And you mentioned that someone had a problem and you had to help. Who had a problem? Someone in your family or in the
No.
neighborhood?
The neighbor.
Okay, and so a neighbor had a problem and you went to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to help my neighborhood.
Okay, very good.
Because the father he died.
He died. Okay, very good. So in that case, neighbor is vecino. En neighborhood, neighborhood es el vecindario, como la comunidad. But vecino, it's only neighbor.
My neighbor.
Your neighbor. Very good story, Manuel.
Okay.
And the last participant, let me ask. See, let's go with Vane. Vane, what time do you get up, Vane?
I get up at 5 a.m. 5 o'clock.
5 a.m. Very good. And let me ask you, are you a punctual person or are you always late?
Como dijo la otra compañera, 50-50.
50-50. Yes, it happens. It happens. And let me ask you, do you have a story of a time where you were very late for something?
Poco, no tan tarde, no, very late, no.
But a little bit late for something, maybe
Little.
for work or for an activity. Do you remember any story?
In activities, no importance.
Okay, not for important activities.
Yes,
And let me ask you, what time do you go to bed?
I go to bed 10:30 p.m.
At 10:30 p.m. So almost there. And in the end, let's see. Yes, only that. Very good, Vanet. Thank you so much for participating. And now we go, let's see, we have time for another participant. And let me ask, let's go with Sarai. Sarai, what time do you get up, Sarai?
I get up at 3 a.m.
At 3 a.m. That is very early. And let me ask you, are you a punctual person or are you always late?
Maybe 50-50 because I am a punctual person, but sometimes because traffic, I can't to arrive, llegar
Arrive?
at time.
Yes, that is true, Sarai. The traffic is awful. And let me ask you, where do you live?
Where?
Where do you live?
I live in Oloquilta.
You live in Oloquilta. And do you have any story when you were late for something important?
Somebody else. Well, for example, when I was studying at the university, I traveled at San Salvador because I had classes.
You had classes?
At 6 a.m.
At 6 a.m.
Yeah. And I always go river late, and I lost the
You lost the first class.
la materia.
The subject?
Yeah. And bueno, tuve que repetir porque siempre llegaba tarde.
Yes, it happens, Sarai. And I can imagine because from Oloquilta to San Salvador, and then the traffic, it's horrible. I understand that it's horrible. So very good story. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you guys, you did a very good job. Thank you for participating. And before we go, remember, if you have any question about the platform or about any topic, you can text me through the group in WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to help you guys. So if you don't have any questions, see you tomorrow and have a good night, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Take care.
Good night. Bye-bye.
See you.
Manuel, did you have a question, Manuel?
No.
Okay, I thought you had one. So if you don't have a
Very
question, guys.
nice. Very nice. Take and relax. You.
Good night. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.